Good morning. Here are some new updates on Sanibel Island as of October 1st, 2022. The island is still under a 24-hour curfew. They are still doing search and rescue. There was no new fatalities to report today. That is awesome news. So far there are only 4 deaths on Sanibel. The search and rescue did escort around 100 citizens off of the island today. There are still holdouts. I don't know the exact number, but definitely some citizens who refuse to leave. This just makes it a little more difficult on city management. There are no utilities. There is no electric. There is no running water. It's just not safe. There have been reports of theft. The police did escort several individuals off of the island today, or I guess I should say trespassers. So technically, boats could still reach the island, but if you come to the island, you are a trespasser and it is illegal. So Sanibel is still closed. They do have road crews working and most of the roads have been cleared off, but this is just to help the police and emergency services get around the island and like all the repair crews to get around the island. So that is good that most of the roads are clear. There were a couple places that were washed off, but they said for the most part they are able to get around the island for search and rescue. Another good news is that the water plant was not damaged that much at all, so it should not take too long to repair it. They were able to connect, or they will be able to reconnect some water tomorrow because they had storage tanks. I think they had like 550 gallons storage tank that they will be able to connect to the fire department and the police department and city hall. That's it. They just wanted running water for those 3 buildings, so the volunteers and the police and the search and rescue will have places to go to the restroom and wash their hands. This doesn't mean it's okay for citizens to come back. This is just water for a small area. So that's pretty much it on a summary for the city manager. A lot of citizens keep asking over and over, when can we return to our homes? And they're just stressing, they don't know. They do not know. This is only day 3. They're doing the best they can, but it will definitely be a while before anyone can return to their homes. So I've had several questions about the status of hotels, of like damage, etc. There is not tons of aerial footage out there because the FAA does have Sanibel Island a no-fly zone right now. The only people allowed to fly over Sanibel are search and rescue. This just because it's such a small island, they didn't want news crews getting in the way of search and rescue or looky-loos getting in the way, and so that's why only right now search and rescue can fly over the island. But I was able to find some aerial footage that the Coast Guard released, and just this is just my educated opinion looking at the aerial footage. I'm going to go through several hotels that I've stayed at. The Island Inn, the lobby is completely gone. All smaller cottages around the Island Inn are completely gone. The bigger buildings are still standing, but they have severe roof damage. West Wind Inn, the Gulf facing rooms, it's missing the roof. The cafe is gone, but the other buildings are still standing, just with damage. Sunset Beach Inn is still standing, but the roof is completely gone. The Ding Darling Visitor Center has damage on it, but the rest of the park looked really good. There's still water in the parking lot of Bailey's, but it's really hard to tell if Bailey's itself was flooded. So yes, there is still flood water all over the island. That water has not receded yet. Captiva Island looks like it fared a lot better. South Seas is looking great. There is some roof damage, but all of South Sea's buildings are still standing. The Mad Hatter restaurant, which is on Sanibel but towards Captiva, the roof is damaged, but it's still standing. The marina across from it is looking pretty good. The bridge between Captiva and Sanibel is still, it looks like it's still there, but the parking lots are definitely washed out. Like the Blind Pass parking lot, and then the other side has a different name, and the name is escaping me right now. But both of those parking lots look severely damaged. The newer Dock Fords in Sanibel is still standing, and the roof looks great. So not everything is completely destroyed.